But apparently, a man in England uh, tore a hole in his throat after holding in a sneeze.
He did what?
Tore a hole in his throat after holding in a sneeze. So be careful, you guys, whenever you hold in your sneeze. You may
Jeez,
accidentally cause a hole in your throat.
God, that's terrible. What the heck?
But anyway, you
Um,
guys,
I
with
mean, you
that
can have
little
a
fun random fact,
brain
welcome back.
aneurysm from holding
Huh?
in your sneeze. You can have an aneurysm from holding in your sneeze.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like immense pressure up here. So if you hold in a sneeze, like you can feel it go kind of. You can have
Huh.
like literally, you can like pop a vessel in your brain. It's just like hold. I think it's rare, probably more higher when you're older, but literally you can hold a sneeze and instantly die.
Well,
Just
anyway, guys, be careful whenever you hold in your sneeze. And with that, welcome back to For the Long Our podcast. Of course, it's me, Brandon, alongside.
Blaine.
And then today we're just going to be talking about our 2022 goals and all that. If you guys want to see how our year was last year, 2021, check out the previous episode. But without further ado, who do you want to go for? Explain me or you?
Oh boy. Um, I went first on the last one, so I feel like you should go first on this one.
Okay, well, like obviously, so I've actually already have some stuff set in motion this year. One of those goals is about to be achieved hopefully next week, and that is going doing video also on both podcasts actually. Hopefully that's going to happen within this week for both of them. Is having video format on YouTube and all that.
Hmm. Well, I kind of we talked about like posting the videos beforehand, and I kind of felt like the other one was like for it. So then I nonchalantly wear a robe for the first episode because it's late and I worked a long day. And it's like, I think this is the one. And I'm like, all right, here we go.
Yep. But anyway, so honestly, that's just probably one of my goals, which actually is gonna happen very soon. So I don't know if I should count that, but I am working on something for both podcasts. I haven't told either co-host about it yet, but I'm like researching, doing some stuff that hopefully I can do for both podcasts, and I'm hoping to launch it for both of them within the summer. I'll let probably both of them know, and you guys, the audience, know more about it at a later point in time. But it's just something I'm kind of like researching on the side every little bit. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and honestly, if I can do this correctly and properly, I think it'll be really beneficial for not just us, but for our audience and our community in general.
Heck yeah. I'm trying to remember what you're talking about. It sounds great though. I
Actually,
can't remember.
never mention it to you. It's something I've
It
always
doesn't,
thought of, but I've never spoken it out loud.
it does not sound familiar. So, okay.
But that's one of my goals. What about you?
Well, shoot, we're just going one at a time here.
Yeah, I don't know, however
S-
you want to do it.
so yeah, I mean that's good, and because otherwise, then it's just like the one person kind of going for a while, and which is good for like the story, like last time. But so I guess one of my goals here. Oh, my headset got turned down. Ooh, we're back loud now. Goal for me, and so one of the goals, like this is the first kind of goal that I think about here, is just like I've been meaning to eventually start like making videos and things of self, like of me doing gaming and stuff like that. And then at some point, adding my face into the mixture, just like you see with a lot of streamers and things. I don't think I want to do just straight streaming. I just feel like I could, but
Like
I feel
just
like
like
that's just the easy way. Now,
I
when
was
I'm
gonna say
bigger,
more like just
maybe, but
more like before streaming became mainstream, just like a gaming YouTube and all that.
yeah, because I mean that seems more realistic to me. Because otherwise, I need to stream a lot and consistently, and that's not possible with how things run right now.
And also it's uh one of the reasons why, because I was watching a stream when he talked about this. One of the reasons you shouldn't do streaming automatically is because unlike YouTube and other websites like that, like YouTube, TikTok, whatever the other Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
Twitch really doesn't have an algorithm for you to be found, unlike those other ones. So it's easier
Yeah.
for you to get an audience when you stream is if you get a fan base or following on another platform like YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and all that, and then you start promoting your streaming and all that, and then your audience can follow you on that one. So because like
Yeah.
the algorithm helps you be found on those websites.
Yeah.
Unlike apparently on Twitch, there's no real algorithm for you to be found.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've been gaming for like probably,
Since the
14
second he was
years.
born,
No, but um,
his dad gave him an N64 and told him how to play
no,
Mario Kart 64.
I never had an N64 though.
Neither did I,
I
which always
had a
surprises everybody.
PS1, I think was the first console I had.
For
I don't
me,
remember
it
how
was
it
the
came to be
Game
had.
Boy Advance.
Well, I had that too, but I don't know which one was first. I swear the PS1 was first.
I know for me, the Game Boy Advance is first, and then I got my GameCube, my
I had a
Wii.
Game Boy Advance SP, little flip one. It was small and I could flip
Yeah.
it as a little perfect pocket square. Those things are still legendary, even today to me. They were so small and compact, and
Oh,
they battery
people like
lasted
now
forever.
they upgrade them now, people,
Mhm.
and like make it an LED screen and increase the sound and all that, and just kind of like restore them or put in a new shell and all
I
that.
found mine and I hadn't seen it for freaking ages. Ages. I mean, a minimum, I say ages, I just can say confidently it's been at least 5 years before the last time I ever seen it.
Mhm.
And if I would think longer than that, it still had a freaking charge. I literally turned it on and like started the game. I cannot. The thing is, they're incredible. Nothing
Um,
else that we make nowadays would have a battery that lasted that long. Therefore, the battery would be destroyed because didn't hold a charge. It was dead for so long you couldn't charge it anymore. The thing was still good. It was still
like people
good.
if yours is busted now, those people you can send it to or shops and they'll upgrade it and fix it for you, which is one thing
Yeah.
I want to do with one of mine that I have.
You don't want to do that, Brandon, because you're gonna mess up the original quality of it, just like an old car.
Well, see, here's the thing though. The screen is basically dead. So if I would want to play on it, I need to get a new screen for it.
Oh, you have to. See, my screen's still good. It will, if something, an image shows up on the screen, when you turn it off, it still is there and it fades away slowly.
We,
Not like super long, but slow.
we.
But like, so the screen is getting old clearly, but it's not that bad.
Anyway, continue. So is that
So
something you want to try to
essentially,
do?
yeah, so essentially, because I mean, for the longest time, I've always had people like, you should be like making videos. And this was like 10 years ago, which is the problem is that I just like did never try to do this kind of thing sooner. Because like for the longest time, people, you're really good at games. You pick up any new game so quickly, and everything that happens around you is oftentimes hilarious. And and it's just I've never tried to make effort toward it. At one point, I was interested in doing it, but we had the slowest internet ever, and
Yeah.
so it was like I can barely play a game right now, let alone everything else that I need to be able to do, and so never got to that point. But now, like, it's something. Yeah, I got to do it. I want
Yeah.
it's just like you're looking for this thing. You're wondering, what is my thing? What is this thing that I'm going to do? What is the thing I love to do? What is the thing that I'll do for free, for fun? And it's like you're looking everywhere for this thing, but this thing has been in front of you forever, like your whole life. I always love playing video games. I've always done it. I'm like, this has to be the thing. Like, because I just play them for fun in my free time. So that means me making progress towards this to where it becomes something that could even make me money and bring people joy is the same thing.
Yeah.
It's it. Like I just ignored it, and it's I'm wrong for doing it, and I just need to do it, and I plan to I need to start it. I need to start making videos and things like that,
You need to get a
and
capture
then
card.
yeah, I have to. I don't know how that works exactly. I'll see. And part of my other goal is
Yeah. But,
like get a gaming computer, just
yeah.
because it's going to have a desktop, so it's going to have excellent video editing capabilities and quick processing of those. And so because I've done video editing before, so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
You
So it'll
actually
be
have? That I actually
yeah,
didn't know.
yeah, I've done video editing before, and scrubbing the video bars and mixing the different audio like because they come in bars. Each audio is in a bar, each video is in a bar, and you line the segments up and everything, and adjust the how the audio comes in and comes out and transitions and all that
I
BS.
actually didn't know you actually had experience in that.
Yeah, so
I know
I
you
know
had Adobe experience, but I didn't know it was actually that too.
so I know how to do all that. and I've done it before. And so, and it's fun to do it. So like at some point, like you're adding to your portfolio, and I'm sending you videos and
Yeah.
things,
And oh
and
my god, like that, I had so much fun doing that video. I don't know
yeah.
why, I just had so much fun.
And see, and that's the thing. Like, I like watching my videos back then after I make them. It's just like intense, cool moments and stuff, or stupid stuff. I have a clip of you in a helicopter, like I can't fly this thing, and I like looked at you, and you're like, you're just like crashing it. And it's too bad it's not like our faces in the moment or anything like that, because
Yeah.
that would make it really good. And but like just all these like clips and stuff of like savage
Which
moments
whose
and
idea
things.
was it to let me drive that helicopter?
Well,
We
I
know
told
I'm
you to
not
come.
good with vehicles.
You were supposed to come pick me up. And you're like, I don't know how to fly. And I'm like, pull up, Brandon, pull up. And then you're way up. You're like, I don't know how to pull down. And you're just way over there. And so, like, that's an example of like a hilarious moment that like could have been captured and brought. And see, this is a part of this. Like, it could have brought somebody joy. Like, it brings me joy. Like, I want to bring that joy to other people because, like, I watch like Good Mythical Morning all the time, and I've been watching it for years, and it's constantly just brings me joy, and I want to spread that joy to other people, and because I'll like go watch something because I know I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be funny or uplifting. Like I'm not like a pessimistic person, but I enjoy the energy and the positivity, and I want to be able to do that for other people the same way I get to enjoy those things, and that's
Yeah.
what it speaks to me, like for me to be able to do it to where I can do it as a thing that makes money and at some point can rely on it as something I love to do that is also my work and bring people the joy of having the community and having people come to watch my videos or me stream or whatever because it's joyful to them, and that's just it's exciting for me, and it would make me very happy to be able to do that for other people.
Hmm. Nice, nice. Actually, to like before I go on to my next thing, I remember I was talking to some friends a long time ago. Whenever we gave you your first Pokemon game, I was like, "You guys realize that if Blaine actually tried, he could actually probably become a competitive player and probably kick all of our asses." And he's
In
like,
in what
"We're like,
Pokemon?
yeah, because it's like a really competitive side, like to where you make them competitively viable Pokemon and all that, and like a bunch of stuff like breeding Pokemon, getting them certain moves, getting them certain stats and all them,
Hmm.
getting them certain natures, giving them certain items. Like it's a really complicated. I've dealt. It's like really complicated,
Wow.
like the
Okay.
competitive Pokemon. I was like, you guys realize that like if he ever does that and like he actually gets really into it and does that, he'll kick all of our asses all the time. And they're like, yeah, they're just like, yeah, we know.
Mm.
Because like it is really complicated. Because like to get into the competitive side of it,
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, there's games with similar natures of that, how you explained it, and yeah, it's that's fun. I never got like head deep into it like that. If I played it at a younger age, I know I would have,
yeah.
but
But let's,
yeah.
yeah.
So we got to get another one in here. You got to get some
Let's see. For my
another
next
one.
one is so I was actually talking to my Jonathan, my co-host for the Pokemon one, and one thing we want to start doing this is we want to start like how some of the other Pokemon YouTubers, Pokemon Go YouTubers do. They do a bunch of vlogs and all, and I was like, hey, I want to start kind of doing that, like with the camera and all that. I want to start kind of vlogging and uploading those videos too to our to the YouTube channel whenever we officially launch that within this upcoming week. Then kind of us doing that, but also, excuse me, I also kind of like want to like set up us opening up cards and all that. And I told him I was like, hey, whenever I want us to do this at the end of February, and I want this to be the first one because that's when it gets released, and I feel like that'll be us just
Ooh, good
freaking the f
algorithm.
out half the times.
And the algorithm is going to be good for you. Just like the
Yeah,
DoorDash episode we did. We were like, why is this so huge?
yeah.
Why is there so many listeners? It's because of the algorithm.
Especially because we've seen the Japanese versions of these cards, and like if we pull any of them, we are probably gonna freak out because they all look amazing. And I'm pretty sure once this set is translated into English and it was released in the States, it is gonna be selling out like
Are you going to
crazy.
be pulling Japanese cards?
See, I'm not. I do. I've done it a little bit. I'm not a big fan of the Japanese cards. I rather do the English cards myself
Okay.
personally. I know it's just a. Honestly, it's just a preference if you rather collect Japanese cards or English cards.
Well, here's the thing: if you do it and you pull a crazy card like that and you freak out, there's this chance, right? There's this small chance that you literally go viral, like immediately. And
Oh yeah,
it's not to say that you're gonna be forever like famous like this, but like you're gonna get this incredible jump of just popularity out of nowhere, just because
yeah.
you're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, but like I like because like we've been seeing the leaks in the cards that's gonna be in the set from the Japanese side of it, and I'm like, oh my god, these all look amazing. Like whenever this hits the English market, they're all gonna, like a bunch of these are gonna skyrocket up in price and be
Hmm.
like X amount of money. Actually, funny thing before I let you go on to your next thing is I actually messaged him, Jonathan, last night. And I was like, hey, well, do you have this Funko? He sent me a picture, and I was like, yeah, I have that Funko. And I was like, then I sent him a screenshot of how much that is now. He was like, holy crap.
How much is it?
It can go between $300 to $600.
Wow, that's cool.
And he bought that probably for like 20 or $30 when it came out at GameStop. And he
Which
still
one is
has it
it?
in the box and all that.
Which one is it?
It's the Nine Tails. It's a glow in the dark Nine Tails from Naruto.
That's cool. Cool.
Like he got that when it came out at GameStop. He's
Hmm.
still in the box and all that, and now in the box it can range between $300 to $600.
So here's the thing, like the one that you gave me, like I have the box. I took it out of the box. I mean, I can put it back in the box. You can't. Like, I don't think the box had tape on it.
I have no clue, but I don't think that one's like worth that much.
No, I know it's not. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I still have the box, so I think I'm gonna keep the box. Victoria was like, "Should I throw it in the box?" I was like, "I need to ask Brandon. I think I should keep the box, and for collector's sake."
Yeah,
But
maybe like because I know if you ever saw that stuff on eBay, collectors like even if it just says it's been open, they would like to try to get off the box too, because for collecting sake.
yeah,
I know Jonathan's that way whenever he buys something off of eBay.
mm-hmm,
Me, I'm 50-50.
yeah. And so, like, as of now, I was like, "Well, keep the box,"
Yeah.
and but
Who knows? Maybe one day LARPing Deadpool will be $500.
gosh, well, it could be if maybe there's a crazy Deadpool thing 10 years from now, and everybody's
I
like,
mean,
"Oh, Deadpool stuff is awesome," and then
they,
yeah, it would be
they
like,
did confirm Deadpool 3 being made.
so it's gonna be a couple of years. Wonder how many.
Uh, God knows how long it's going to be. All I know is that they said they're all making a Deadpool 3, and yes, even though it's under the Disney umbrella now, it's still going to be rated R. And I love how the fact they have to come out and say this every 6 months. It's like, you guys, we're making Deadpool 3. And yes, it's still going to be rated R,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's a Disney movie now.
Yeah. Well, they need to because we're all worried about that.
Oh no, like everybody up on the food chain has said that. So I'm like, there's like, it is going
If
to be rated R. If
if they
anybody on the food chain,
disappoint, if they take it and they keep saying all this and it doesn't happen, they're gonna get like boycotted from
like
people who like
even the
Deadpool.
former president of Disney has said it. The guy in charge of all the movies has said it's gonna be like it, all the
Hmm.
way down to Ryan Reynolds.
Well, I trust Ryan,
Yeah,
so
Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile. Yeah.
So what's another thing a goal you want to try to accomplish this year in 2022?
Oh boy, the classic goal everybody has is like hit the gym. Um, but it's for me, it's just like hitting the gym. Like it's time to work out now to put on some weight. And I've lost 15 pounds since I've gotten here in 2 months, which has been cool because like I got a little bit more fat going on because I was working from home and I relived a incredibly sedentary. I was trying to put those two words together, lifestyle. And so like I pretty much never did anything extra besides just sit. And so I was putting on weight and stuff like that. It was really easy to do because I was never doing anything. But now that I walk like 7 miles a day, it's easy. I'm burning a bunch of calories. And it's pretty much cardio right there every day without even trying at work. I need some water. I drank all the water. There was 4 drops in there. And but so it's time to start working out and eating more to put on, muscle weight. Like I,
Yeah,
you know, used to have a little bit of. It's not like I don't have it now, but like noticed the difference. And so, and it's been a minute. So it always felt good. I need to get back in there. It felt good to be doing it and see the progress and everything. Me and Victoria start working out together. It'll be a lot of fun.
Okay, so that's basically the same thing for me. I want to get hit back to gym and all that and start working out a little bit because I need to need to try to stay in good health, stay in shape and all that. I feel like I do a good job at eating well, but I also need to exercise and all that too.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But
eating
also,
is most of the battle, but
yeah,
yeah.
but I also want to do it for one other reason too, and I actually haven't told anybody this, and this is probably the first time I've probably actually said this out loud.
Brandon wants
So
to
I'm
be a
going to give a little bit
bodybuilder.
backstory to this.
I'm gonna get jacked.
No, not that. I don't know why. I guess it was around Halloween this year because it didn't do nothing for Halloween this year. That this idea popped into my head, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? Why not try to do that for Halloween next year? And I want to try to get in shape so that way I can do a a Red Hood cosplay.
Okay.
Now you don't know who Red Hood is, but he's
I think I've seen him. I think
like
he
he's
looks just like
famously known
Deadpool,
as
pretty
this,
much.
huh?
Doesn't he pretty much look just like Deadpool?
Hold on, I'll get a picture and send it to you fast. But
Okay.
he's the second Robin that got killed by the Joker and then got revived. If anybody's played the Arkham Knights game, I think he's in that game. I think he's in that game. But this will probably be a character you love because despite the fact that that Batman doesn't like to use guns and all that, he will use guns. He just doesn't like to use guns. He uses guns all the times. Until recently. Recently, I think he kind of like said he's gonna try a non-lethal approach for Bruce.
Oh, where are you sending this link at?
Sending the picture to your phone.
Oh, there he is. This is not who I was thinking of. I think I was thinking of old school Deadpool.
I think you're thinking of maybe Slade Wilson, who is a parody of Deadpool. No, it's backwards. Deadpool is a parody of Deathstroke.
Gotta fin those off. It's getting late. Okay,
but
cool.
I don't know why. Like I just like literally was like just watching some videos one day. I was like, you know what? Why don't I do that?
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm like gonna try to do that for some reason this year, just because
right now
I had the whim to do it. I want to try to do it.
If you go crazy, and like I said, if you go like hard on this for like now until Halloween, I think you can do it. But you gotta go hard as of yesterday.
But it's also the fact that I also need to get all the stuff for it, and I would love to get a cool helmet too.
Mm-hmm. You gotta go hard. But if you go hard, I think you can do it.
Just put on the Rock's music and just start hitting the gym.
Absolutely, 100%.
Like again, I don't know why I want to do this. Like I just want to get in good shape, but I kind of also want to try to do that too this year.
Mm-hmm.
God knows why. I just had like this sudden urge to do it.
Well, if it's fun, do it.
Godspeed to me. Let's see if I can do it.
Godspeed. Fighting off tiredness. Need more water. I'm out of water.
Anything else you kind of want to try to get taken care of or do this year, Blaine?
Honestly, one of the things I want to do, but it's just like timing and figuring that out, is like getting a house. And I mean, it's attainable. I could totally do it this year, but I just have to really look at some stuff and plan if I want to do it. And
but here's the thing: do you want to get a house? Do you want to buy a house, or do you want to build a house?
I don't want to build a house. I want to save money when I buy it. Make money on the buy, not the sell. Typically, unless you're in a market like this where it appraises like that much in 3 years. But you make money on the buy. And building a house, that's going to be absolutely astronomical in this market. And not realistic. Not to mention there's not the land for it. So if I get the land and build the house, it's going to be incredibly expensive land, which I haven't even considered building a house. But this is literally the reasoning right now.
Really? You haven't? I have.
Oh, I haven't. I mean, it's more realistic where you are. But unless you're talking about building it by hand, that's what my parents did. You're not talking about that, are you?
Yes and no.
building it by your hands.
Okay, no, I wasn't sure that exactly what you meant, but
No.
no, like getting an architect, having him design a house, then getting builders, then building the house and buying the land.
Yeah. And so you don't have to get an architect to design your house. You can save a lot of money. You can just get a plan. It's
I
not
mean, I
expensive.
know an architect. I feel like you do it for almost nothing.
You think so, but that is not free at all. And
Well, I just need somebody to draw out the blueprints and all that, and I am crap at doing that. I've tried multiple times.
you tried to draw your own blueprints?
We
Sounds
um
you know what CAD is?
I've used CAD before, but not
You used it. Really?
yeah.
Because I mean
But
you
there's
used
like
it.
different versions of CAD. I used the one that was more for like building, the one that we used for 3D printing.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, because they use CAD to drop plans and stuff. And it's really easy
There's
for
different
them to
versions
do
of
it.
CAD too. And
Yeah.
what I've learned was mostly how to build like parts and all that, not like how to build, not to do blueprints and all that.
And you don't need an architect to like build you this house or whatever. Like custom home builders and stuff can make like literally people will contact them just to get a plan made.
Yeah.
Not even use them, and they charge a lot of money for the plan. But the guy can drop a plan so quick. It's why they like plans because they don't have to go see the site or anything like that. They just get the information they need. They drop a plan and send it, and they act like it takes a lot of time and it doesn't, and they charge you a decent amount of money. So they make a lot of money for hardly any work. So they really like doing CAD. And
Actually, somebody I think we went to high school with does that now for like a custom build company in Granbury.
yes, I think he does.
We talking about the same person?
Yeah,
Has a big old
and
build now?
yeah,
Had a
this is
kid
the
about a year
only
ago?
one. Yeah, I guess so. But
Motorcycle?
yes, Brandon, we're on the same
Okay.
page.
Okay.
And but yeah, they do they like doing CAD, but there's a certain extent like that's more ultra custom. I say ultra custom, like they do the blueprint and everything, and they build the 3D imaging, and they put the scene together with the bushes and all the everything, the color of the brick. But like they're doing like the whole thing. They're like, this is what it's gonna look like when we make it. You like this? Great. This is what we're building, and then like everything. So like even they can buy the land and sell it after they make the custom home, and they have pre-listing photos before it's even up and built of the 3D modeling that's created and posted. Like this is what a home's going to look like, and it's pretty realistic looking, but it's off because I've edited photos before and done this stuff, so I can look at it and be like, it's fake, but it looks good.
Yeah.
And another Hood County alert. Should I answer it? And it's up to you, Brandon.
How bad is it?
Oh, I don't know. You have to answer it to know how bad it is.
Oh, I thought it was like a message.
This is a message from your organization. Hood County 911 and admin lines are now operational. Please do not.
They're back.
Okay, that's good.
Well, that's good. And I mean, that was like an hour though. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's honestly never had that happen before.
But yeah, I don't know. We're kind of off this tangent about 3D modeling and CAD and stuff. But yeah, I want to get a house. I mean, I technically, after I've used some calculators before, me and Victoria's income combined, we could buy one in this incredibly overpriced place that we live in. But I don't want to spend that much on the house. And so I got to find some stuff out.
You guys said before that you guys would like to move back up to the DFW within a couple of years.
True, that would be nice as well, and that would allow us to have a house for like half as much, also, which is crazy. But Austin's the most place that most I was gonna say fabulous, the place that everyone wants to move to. Everyone wants to move to Austin. Everywhere, it's like the number one place people want to be. Y'all just keep your money in California. Leave us alone.
I mean, it doesn't help the fact that a bunch of companies are moving there, and people go where the business is.
Yeah, it's yeah. So I mean,
Why do you think everybody was in? Why do you think so many people went to California during the gold rush?
Yeah,
that's where the money was at.
Yeah, like, and honestly, and part of me, like, Jordan bought this house in Kansas.
Oh, he bought a house? I didn't know that.
Oh, it's on Facebook now. I've been talking to him, but he's officially a homeowner now, as of like a couple days ago.
Oh, tell him congratulations. That's cool.
I'll tell him, yeah, and that you said like congrats. Um, yeah, he's officially a homeowner now, and we hadn't talked in like a week, so I hadn't talked to him about it. But I've been talking about his process and everything with him. And he's been asking me like advice and stuff, and so he freaking got it. I cannot believe I gotta. We've talked specifics about financials already, but I want to get the final financials because they were still working out some numbers because of a particular situation, and so I'm curious at how that went. By how everything was going, I think he got a pretty good deal.
Oh, that's
And
amazing.
that's fantastic. So yeah, he did really well. I'm sure it's got to be similar to what we talked about. So if that's the case, he did really well. And so that's super sick. He's got a house. He got a basement in the bottom of it. It's awesome.
Oh, that's nice.
And but like I've even thought about this, like I want to buy a duplex, stuff like that. But like that's got to be astronomical where we are here. I haven't even looked, but like people buy property outside of the states where they're more reasonable or good ROI or up and coming areas. Like I've thought about this. I haven't mentioned it to anybody, but like I could buy a duplex in Kansas, and literally like it would be there, and then I can have a property management company manage it. I don't even just because Jordan's there is what I thought about it, but I can buy it anywhere. I'm not even around. The company just takes care of it. There's people who own houses all over the United States.
Yeah.
And the company takes care of it, and that's all how everything goes. And but like I feel better because Jordan's there. He'd be like, "Hey, will you go check on it or something?" But like that's a thought that I've had. Like I could do that, and it would be really obtainable price. And because you can buy a freaking first-time home buyer house over there for $100,000, remodeled. You can't get that in Granbury. You can't get that anywhere in Austin. Oh my God! You can get a place that's gonna fall apart probably for $100,000. I bet you the land's worth more than that. So, but yeah, I want to get a house, but things gotta line up right. I'm not gonna impulse buy a house.
Yeah. Especially when I would like the way like everything's like being put on the market and taken off in a matter of days.
Yeah, multi-offer situations, huge competitive price battles. Yeah, I'm gonna be really lucky if by the time I'm like, all right, finally time to get a house. If housing market crashes, I'm not saying it's going to at any point. It may just level down and simmer down and slowly just slow down.
I was gonna
But
say more like I don't want to say Peter, but kind of like correct itself.
yeah, it's got to come back to equilibrium eventually. But like it would be dope if it's finally to where I'm like, all right, this is the point, and then like boom, crazy stuff, market crash, depression, because then it's like buy assets, and it's like I could get a house for a freaking great deal, and it sucks because it's like if we graduated 2 years earlier, like my timeline that I had for myself would have been just easily perfect, able to achieve. And but now like 2 years ago it was like doable, but now it's just like crazy. I mean, even it was 2 years ago, it was getting worse, but it wasn't astronomically worse. Now it's just like stuff is still crazy much. It just went up so much. But I'll figure it out. I have no doubt. I just I would like it to be a little cheaper. I can still do it, but it's a little more expensive for my taste currently.
Let's see. One thing I want to try to do this upcoming year is honestly, I would love to try to pay off my car this year. I originally had a plan to pay it off this summer, but that's before I had to kind of throw away that plan and come up with a new plan. Because that was before I ended up losing my job.
That was why I was employed.
When I was employed, yeah. I was like, I remember like one day, like, we got everything done and we got a bunch of extra stuff done. I was like crunching up some number. My buddy was like, Brandon, what you doing? I'm like, because like I was like crunching numbers, trying to figure out if I can pay off my car by next summer. And he's like, don't you still have another 2 years? It's like 2.5 years at that point. I was like, yep, want to try to pay it off within 6 months. I did the math and it was doable, but I would have been busting my ass off on the DoorDash.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it still doable by 6 months? I have no clue. Is it doable by the end of the year? Possibly.
End of this year?
Yeah, we'll have to try to pay it
2022.
by the end of 2022 this year.
Okay.
I don't know if it's doable by half of the year, but I want to try to make it doable by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
The one
yeah,
thing I
it's
just have
good
to
to see.
worry about is just now getting another job. And once I get the other job, I can start crunching the numbers and figure out how long it's going to take me to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything will work itself out.
Yeah.
So,
I would love to
yeah.
try to do it now. Is that one that I think can happen? 50-50.
Yeah.
If
What was
not,
your
I like to get to like within 3 months of next year, I'll pay it off.
What was
If
your
I can't pay it off by
APY
2022. Huh?
or APR, annual percentage rate for that? You remember what it was?
It was right before they raised it.
Was it they raised? Oh, yeah, you have it locked in, right?
Yeah, because I remember my dad called me.
6.99? 6.99?
No, 7.9, I think.
Okay.
Because my
Okay.
dad called me telling me they were about to raise that stuff, and he was like wondering if I got it. I was like, oh no, I got it.
Okay. Yeah, 7.9.
Because like, he was reading,
Okay.
because he read something that day about them raising the interest and all that soon.
Mm-hmm.
So you
That's a
want to
pretty good
see what
investment
happened?
paying that off because that's a guaranteed 8% return
Yeah.
on the debt. And
So yeah.
yeah, it's a
So,
good investment to have, paying that off with extra because every dollar's instant 8% return.
yep.
So
And I don't know. I just also feel personally good about myself about paying it off so early, 2 years early.
yeah, it's just you take the weight off your chest, like it's not something that you're responsible for because you've done it.
And then that's just like an extra. Even though my payment's about 300, I pay about like a little over 400 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I originally I put in how much I usually was saving, which was more than what my payment was.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've been putting in more since the beginning, and then just having that extra much, that would just be like a nice relief too. It's like, oh, now I can put this stuff to other stuff that can be useful and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Heck yeah, man.
What about you, Blaine? Anything else you want to try to accomplish this year?
I haven't put I'm pretty much, yeah, I think I'm caught up. I don't have a lot of things put down. I just those are a couple big things. And funny enough, before even preparing for this episode, there's just a couple I put down that just came to mind. And there's only a few things. Like I feel like there's a few things that are like, oh, this is something that would be nice. That's like kind of important to me.
Yeah.
I just don't have this laundry list of this stuff. That's just like, I think it's just part of my mindset, honestly. And it's just like, I still want to grow and get better, but I'm very happy and content with where I am. Even though I work a whole lot, I'm very happy to be where I am.
Yeah.
And so I just don't have all these wants. And even though I desire to grow, it's just like I just don't feel this.
Right now you're chilling.
I'm missing everything. Well, I don't want to say
Yeah.
chilling either because I'm working a lot. But just like my mindset is not full of I want. And it's just like I'm happy to be where I'm at, and I still want to grow and develop, but it's not, I don't feel like I'm missing everything.
Yeah. Well, I got one more I want to try to say off, and from some videos I've seen, it seems like this may be possible, but it's to go to Europe this year. I would like to try to do that in the summer. From some videos I've watched, it seems like it may be doable, but that just all depends on how everything goes.
How long
But
would you
that's one thing I
go?
would love to try to go. It's like go at least during if not during the summer, during the second half of the year, I would love to just to go to Europe for a week.
For a week. So from leaving here, being there for 5 days and coming back. So one day during the leaving part, there for 5 days, and the leaving is the first and seventh day, like that.
Yes and no. I actually haven't thought about that.
That's like a
I haven't
week.
thought about that part yet, but
So
you know what I'm
if
saying.
you're away from work for a week, that would be your perfect week. Like
Yeah.
you leave 1 day is the trip getting there, because you got to get in the flight and stuff. You're there for 5 actual days, just like the cruise. You get to the cruise, you drive somewhere, then it's like the meet of the cruise, which is a fun part, and then the drive all the way back. And then
Gotcha.
that's the first and the last day of the trip is travel related, and then the
That I
middle of
haven't
the
thought
trip,
of, but I
Yeah.
do want to just go to Europe.
that would be cool. You gonna go by yourself?
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. I could maybe come if you want to invite me. Because at the same time, too, it's like I admire the fact of going by yourself because it's such a big leap. I feel like it's just
Yeah.
self-discovery. Like there's this one actor that I forget his name. I feel like I know what he looks like,
Movie
and
he's been in.
I don't know about his movies, but I just know what he looks like. At some point, he was young. I think him and his brother or something. They just felt like lost, and it's before he knew he wanted to be an actor. Just completely lost, didn't know what they were doing, what's going on, everything. It just felt completely lost, and
I've heard of the story. I cannot recall who it is.
they just got on their motorcycles and just drove away. And is this still familiar?
I can't think of the name, but I've heard this story before.
So the story still sounds familiar. They
Yeah.
got on their motorcycles and they just drove off. They drove with no intent of going anywhere besides that way. And they just drove off and they would go somewhere. And this is back when the times were nice where you could sleep under a bridge and you wouldn't get robbed or whatever. And they'd go, and then when they needed money for food or whatever, they'd stay somewhere for a couple of days and they'd work at like a restaurant or something, or like do the dishes in exchange to eat and things like that. And they would do that, and they did this for like, what was it, like 6 months of just literally just no destination, just go and define themselves. And and then he finally was just like, you know what? I want to be an actor. And then he became an actor, and he became a very successful actor.
Did they backpack around Europe or around America?
No, he drove his bike. Like, they had motorcycles, and they just took off and left. And
No, Europe or Africa? Europe or America, though?
America, I'm pretty sure.
Because I don't know why. Because the only actor I know that has the strong association with motorcycles is Keanu Reeves, but I don't think it's
This
him.
is not him. No.
Because I know like he owns like a motorcycle company or something like that, and
Not
apparently he
him.
gives like one fact about Keanu Reeves. Apparently he gives away motorcycles and all that to I think it's the stunt crew or something like that on each movie he's a part of at the end of a production.
That's so
Something
cool.
like that.
That's really cool.
Like he has his own production, a motorcycle company and all that that like runs itself and all that, like because apparently he's a big motorcycle fan and all that.
Yeah.
Fun fact about him.
Apparently, yeah, he makes a ton of motorcycles, apparently, which is cool. But yeah, it's not the same actor. I know the guy's face. I know his face.
I've heard this story before. I just can't think of it.
Yeah.
Oh
so
well, you guys.
go and
if
find
you guys-
yourself in Europe.
If you guys can think of who it is, please let us know in the comments down below or wherever you find us. If you guys can comment. If you guys can't comment where you guys found us at, you guys can comment on our Instagram
For the Long Haul Podcast.
on Instagram. And if you guys want, you guys can email us at our Gmail at
ftlhpodcast@gmail.com. Did it save it? It's saved now because you just click it and it works. Or you
yeah.
type
It's just
very
like a
fast.
couple of buttons. I just click between them.
That's cool. And so, ftlhpodcast@gmail.com. Like for the long haul, ftlhpodcast@gmail.com.
Yep. All right, you guys. Until the next one, you guys have a good one, and let us know what you guys want to accomplish in 2022 in the comments down below.
Heck yeah. And don't forget, get your sleep because I'm about to pass out right now.
And honestly, no, I was about to tell you. All right, bye, you guys.
Peace out.